Welcome back to Ancient Aliens. Hello, my name is Dr. Francis Hippopopoulos, ancient astrotheorist and author of My Whiteness is So Fragile That I'm More Likely to Believe Green People Built It Than Brown People. Today on Ancient Aliens, you use it every day, but where does it really come from? That's right, today we're talking about the mysterious ancient origins of the Frisbee.
There's only one way that the Frisbee could have possibly been invented. It must have been through alien contact. If you look at a Frisbee, what does it suspiciously resemble? That's right, a flying saucer. We believe that sometime before 708 BC, that there was a tiny race of aliens that crash landed and then were discovered by some random Greek guy.
Yo, Kletos, check this caca out. Dude, this thing is more lit than the hearth of Hesta. Let's throw it around like we're Hercules.
This origin story would explain the sudden appearance of the disc throwing event at the Olympics in 708 BC. I mean, if you look at the records, they purportedly threw these discs as far as 300 meters. Now, I don't think a piece of stone could fly that far. It must have been aliens.
And you see these columns behind me, so iconic to Greek architecture. Well, if you look very closely, you will notice that they are actually just ancient Frisbees stacked on top of each other. That's how columns work.
Now, this could all be explainable if the motif only appeared in ancient Greek culture, but the disc shapes appeared all around the world. You could say that these cultures all independently came up with the idea of a disc shape, but considering the complexity of a circle, there's nothing intuitive about it. It is much more likely that they all had contact with the same aliens. This brings us to the present Frisbee, which was supposedly invented in 1957 by Frederick Morrison. But did you know that before he invented the Frisbee, that he went missing?
And he turned up again in a gimbal's parking lot. He had an esoteric knowledge of circles and aerodynamics that appeared out of nowhere in the Air Force veteran. He then used this knowledge to create the modern-day Frisbee, which he marketed as a toy to children. But when you look at the prototype, you will understand the real motivations. It was originally called the Pluto Platter.
With all this undeniable evidence pointing towards all discs, including Frisbees, being of alien origin, well, it is only human arrogance that leads us to believe that we could have crafted such an advanced piece of technology. So, stay vigilant, UFO aficionados. That's it for this episode of Ancient Aliens.